It was 1965, and we were high school seniors living in Centerville, Ohio. And we were part of a movement of sorts, the folk music movement. What started as a performance at our homecoming led to performances at high schools across the state, at business association dinners, television performances on Dayton and Cincinnati stations. We even cut a record of original songs, which we sold to all of our friends. After 30 years, in 2003, we had a group reunion in Lake Tahoe. It led to more reunions and singing at our 30th, 40th, and 50th high school reunions. We found that we actually still like each other. And even though we are spread from California and Arizona to New York City, Ohio, and Alabama, and some of us are polar opposites in our political views, we're still coming together for the music and just to be together. And then someone had a crazy idea about doing an online talk show. And this is it.
Good morning. It's Sunday, December 8th, and this is the 11th, or as we say in Spanish, once. 10 of us, Touts talk show. We're out on the West Coast. We're actually in my little bungalow in Beverly Hills, California. We have Patsy with us. Yay, Patsy.
Hi.
And we're going to bounce around the country as we do and have some more 10 of us members with us. Today, we thought we'd talk about something that's important to boomers. We talk about getting our brains together with the movements of our body and how that helps not only our body and our brains. That Patsy, in addition to being many magnificent, wonderful things, is a, do you say teacher or professor or what are you?
I am a brain gym instructor.
A brain gym instructor, and that's, we're spelling that G-Y-M, not J-I-M, okay?
That's right.
Brain gym, like you're going to the gym. So tell us about brain gym.
Okay, well, I've been doing brain gym since 2003.
Oh, goodness.
And I discovered it at a school. I was working at it one time, and one of the teachers was doing
Working
this.
as a teacher?
No, actually, I was a counselor.
Oh, okay. You weren't doing janitorial work?
No.
Okay.
And I was observing one of the teachers working with her students, and they were working on a writing exercise. And then she had them stand up and do some movements. They sat down again and continued writing. And I noticed a change. It was really remarkable. Not in every child. I'd say maybe about a third of the kids in the class. The kids that were writing big scrawly were more a normal size writing. Maybe some children didn't write on the line of their paper, and after the movements they were writing more on the line. Other kids had increased the amount that they were writing.
Really?
And it was just a short amount of time that they were doing these movements, and the teacher said the kids love it. And so I thought, I've got to learn more about this. So I started taking courses in Tucson, where I live, and then in Phoenix, and then out here in California. And I became a certified or a licensed brain gym instructor consultant. I also do...
That's easy to say.
Yes.
It's 5 or 6 or 7 words. Go ahead.
Well, so I also do consultations. Right now I'm working with a child who who grew up in Guatemala, and he's now living in Tucson, and he doesn't have much command of the language. And
Of the English language.
Of the English language. Well, and his Spanish language is a little bit difficult too, because he has a speech impediment.
Okay.
So he cannot roll his R's.
Which is tough if you're speaking Spanish.
Yes, that's right. So I'm working with him, and we're doing a lot of different movements, a lot of different things to help him. But the neat thing about Brain Gym is it's for all ages. It's not just for children, although originally it was started to help children with reading, basically, because the founder of Brain Gym, his name is Paul Dennison, and he lives out here in California.
He does.
In Ventura, actually.
Right up the highway.
Yeah. And he's an amazing man. He and his wife, Gail, started Brain Gym in the mid to late 80s. So anyway, it's 26 movements that you do with your brain and your body.
Okay.
Because we're all connected, of course.
We ain't going to do all 26 today. Okay. You just saying, hey, I'm happy to watch the 10 of Us talk show, but I haven't got a couple hours. Okay, we're not going to do all 26 today,
no.
right? Okay.
So I'm just going to teach, and along with other people of our group, we're going to teach the basic, what we call the protocol, the readiness protocol movements of Brain Gym.
Okay.
So the very first thing that we do is we drink water. And we're going to go to Bill Curtis in Alabama, and he's going to talk to us about drinking water.
Bill, the story is, I don't think you like drinking water down there in Alabama, but let's go on down to Alabama and let's hear from Bill for our first part of Brain Gym to keep our bodies hydrated and our brain hydrated by drinking water. Let's hear it, Bill.
Water. It's what is needed by your body. Your brain is 85% water. The rest of your body is 75% water. So you need to drink water. I don't like to drink water. I have to. I need to. And when you drink water, don't guzzle it. Drink a small amount of time. Let it sink in. And then drink a little more. Always have a glass of water where you can get it. It's what your body needs. It's the fountain of life.
Bill, that was really clever. I know there are people who don't like to drink water, but let's face it, water is like he said, the elixir of life. It's something that our bodies need, and if we drink other liquids that have water in them, our bodies will be able to use that water, but it has to go to our digestive tract first.
Okay.
If you drink just pure water, the cells can absorb it automatically right away. It doesn't have to go to the digestive system first. And so a lot of us get used to drinking sodas or coffee or tea.
Or Jack Daniels over ice.
So, we've got to take an inventory of what is really good for our bodies. All right, the second thing that we do is something that we call brain buttons. And what brain buttons do is they help us to keep clear, or keep us alert and clear. And Ken Reed is going to show us how to do brain buttons.
So Ken up in Chicago has buttons he can use.
Yes.
For brain buttons. Okay, so let's leave beautiful sunny California and go up to the great city of big shoulders, I think it's, or broad shoulders, Chicago, and let's hear from Ken on brain buttons. Take it, Ken.
Hi, Terry and Patsy. It's Ken in Chicago. How you doing? Hope everything's good out there in Beverly Hills. I'm sure it's warm out there. Right here, it's in Chicago. It's kind of chilly and a little bit cloudy, but we are in the process of decorating our Christmas tree for the season, and we got a fire going, and this is very cozy here. So my assignment here is to show you the brain buttons exercise from Brain Gym. And so I'm going to try that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, one of my hands, and I'm going to fold the thumb in, make kind of a U, and I'm going to put pressure on the area just below my clavicle with my hand like this. And the other hand just going to put on my stomach, which, as you can see, is very easy to find. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage the area with my hand down below my clavicle, and then I'm going to move my eyes side to side. I'm going to sort of do a vision thing, and this is going to be clearing my mind, according to Patsy. So here I go. So back and forth with my hand, and back and forth with my eyes. And you're right, Terry, it's not easy to walk and chew gum at the same time, but I'm working it out here. Back and forth, and then I'm going to switch my hands and put my other hand on my stomach and do the massaging of the clavicle with my left hand here. So here we go, back and forth. And I'm a novice at this, but it still seems to be working. My mind is a little bit clearer. So that's my demonstration of the brain buttons from Brain Gym. Have a great weekend, and have everybody take care.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ken. That was really very instructive, and you have a beautiful home with all the Christmas decorations.
And the fire in the fireplace,
Oh.
holiday season. That was great, Ken.
Warm fuzzies.
Warm
we used
fuzzies.
to say that a lot. All right. Next, we have the movement cross crawl. So,
Is somebody going to get on their hands and knees and crawl?
No. Actually, it's a standing or a sitting movement.
Okay.
And this movement is to get the right and the left hemispheres of our brain and our body working simultaneously.
I think we hear a lot about that left brain, right brain, but I bet the average person doesn't really know a great deal about that. So this helps
We all have access to both our right and our left hemispheres. Sometimes we tend to live in one hemisphere more than the other. But when we do cross crawl, we're getting both sides to work together, connecting in what we call the corpus callosum of our neocortex.
Whoa.
So Jim, let's hear it from you.
Stand correctly, Patsy. You're trying to get the left side of our brain to work with the right side of our brain by getting the left side of our body to work with the right side of our body. Getting left and right to work together is kind of hard these days, but we'll try. You want me to do a cross crawl. And I don't think that means for me to walk across or to crawl across the floor. You want me to do it standing up. So we'll try it. We'll do the left leg, and then the right leg, and then the right arm to the left leg, and the left arm to the right leg. Do I have that right? Or left? Here we go. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. How's that? Back to you guys.
Wow, Jim. Pretty flexible, huh? Getting that old cross crawl going. Having those good marching movements, as some of you, I did that wrong, didn't I?
You did.
I did. Well, good thing Jim did it right. But Jim has a good military background, so he's used to that. And he's came to us from Pennsylvania, and halfway between Ginny Poulos in New York and Ken in Chicago. And that was really good, Jim. And I'm sure you felt the old two brains working there.
All right, and now we come to number 4. And Terry, you are going to show us how to do hookups.
Hookups. Well, I was out at a one of the bars here in Beverly Hills doing hook. Oh, you mean a different type of hookup,
That's
don't
right.
you? Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So this is what you do.
All
And
right.
the purpose of hookups is to give you a positive outlook, make you calm, help you to think before you act.
Okay.
Okay, so what you do is you put your hands palms down,
Palms down.
join your palms together,
Oh, okay.
interlace your fingers.
All right.
Now scoop up.
Well,
Okay, now you cross, we're not going to be able to see this on the camera, but you're going to
That's probably
cross
good, in case-
one ankle over the other ankle. It doesn't matter.
if I fall off screen, you know what happened. Okay. So I cross. Whoa, there we go.
All right, and now you're going to push your tongue on the hard palate behind the front teeth. And you're going to inhale
Through a nose or mouth? Does it make a
through your
difference?
nose.
Okay.
Here we go. Now relax your tongue and exhale through your mouth. Again, push your tongue and exhale. One more time.
Don't follow me, follow Patsy.
And exhale. Now we're going to unhook our hands.
Do we do it back this way or unhook them up here?
You just
Unhook
release
here.
them like that.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, release them.
All right.
Now you're going to cross over the other way.
And do the same thing again?
The same thing again.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right, join
Right.
your palms.
All right.
Interlace your fingers,
All right.
scoop up,
Scoop is the hard part.
and now cross the other ankle over.
Okay.
All right, this is good for balance, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, and now we push our tongue. Here we go. Inhale. Relax your tongue and exhale. And we're breathing from our bellies. Again. Relax and exhale.
No, I didn't lose my balance.
Okay.
That didn't happen. I've not been drinking, officer. I have not been drinking. Go ahead.
And one more time.
Okay.
Relax your tongue and exhale. Okay, relax your hands. Relax your feet. Part 2.
There's a second part. Okay.
Slowly, you bring your hands together and you touch the tips of your fingers. You know, I was talking to an acupuncturist once and she said, the tips of your fingers correspond to your brain. And
Wow.
you know, you probably see people when they're talking doing this movement, touching the tips of their fingers. This corresponds to being calm, being positive.
Whether you love him or hate him, I notice President Trump, when he speaks, has his hands down like this, kind of touching his fingers. Is he one of your students in Brain Gym?
No, not
No,
yet.
he's not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet was the key phrase. Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to bring in one more movement. This really isn't part of the what we call PACE, which is the readiness protocol, but it's a wonderful movement. And we're going to have Ginny Poulos
Oh, good. I thought it was me. Okay.
show this movement. Are you ready, Ginny?
Jenny, there in New York, show Jenny what she's going to do.
Okay, she's going to do with her left hand, she's going to go up the center of the body, over to the left, up the center of the body to the right. And these are called lazy eights.
Okay, we've got the introduction. Let's switch to Jenny and see if she's got it right. Let's go to New York and hear from Jenny.
Okay, Patsy. Hi, dear. Okay, so here we go. With those lazy, crazy eights, the left thumb up, and you start on the left side, and you just make a crazy eight. And you do that about 3 times. This is the third. And you switch hands. And do the same thing with the other hand, thumb up. There. I think you have it.
Patsy, I thought Jenny was great. She had that old movement, those eights working real well,
You
right?
know, she looked really good, but
Okay.
I have to say,
But
She did it the opposite way you're supposed to do it. She's supposed to go up and around rather than down
Jenny.
and around. So Jenny, could we try that again?
Jenny, we're going to give it another chance. Go give it another shot, sweetheart.
Hi, Patsy. Hi, Tare. Let me see if I can demonstrate this correctly. Okay, the crazy eights, we start with our left hand and the thumb straight up, and we're going to go to the left first. And we're going to do 3 crazy eights. One more. And now we're going to take our right hand with our right thumb up, our right thumb up, and we're going to go to the left again. 2, 3. And then we're going to clasp our hands together, keep our thumbs crossed, and we're going to go again to the left. Oh, I have to tell you, that feels so good on my spine. I feel more flow even now. And we do that 3 times. Okay, namaste. See you soon.
There, she got it. Did she get it that time?
Great
All
job,
right,
Jenny.
okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so Brain Gym is really, as I mentioned before, good for any age group. It's good for getting your brain organized, getting the whole brain-body system in an integrated state.
Going back to mine, Patsy, I do something on a regular basis. I do a stretch that's not a real visible stretch. I do, what do you call this again?
Hookups.
Hookups. I do the hookup, but not up here, but I have my hands down and I stretch shoulders into it. And it's a nice stretch I can do with shoulders, arms, and everything. And if you're in a public place like a courthouse or something like that, you're not as noticeable. It's a little less visual. So I've been doing kind of a part of Brain Gym for a while now.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, you know what? Your body knows what it needs. There are a lot of Brain Gym movements that are just intuitive to your body. Now, I do want to say, if you're in a meeting and the things people are saying in that meeting are making you a bit angry,
That's every meeting I've
sitting
been
in a hookup is a good idea
Okay. All
because
right.
it'll help you to hold your tongue and think before you talk.
Whoa, I think this has been a great session. But Patsy, that last comment, hopefully a lot of us boomers, with the holidays coming up, right? You're sitting across from Uncle Festus, listening to what he thinks politically. Just put your hands under the table and do this. And you can kind of agree with Uncle Festus, at least visually. Any rate, it's great to be here in early December. It's great. Thanks for the participation from Ken and from Bill Curtis and Jim Dunn and Jenny. And thank you, Patsy, our teacher in Brain Gym. I hope a lot of you got something out of it. And we look forward to Boomers Tenebus show number 12 next week. And so long from California.
Bye-bye.